Todd, the Broncos are traveling today. They're actually traveling tonight. And traveling as an NFL player is not like traveling as Henry or I. It's not going down to DIA, waiting in a 2-hour line through security, hopping on a commercial flight, and then grabbing an Uber to your hotel room. It's quite different, I believe. Can you tell us what it's like, what the Broncos, not necessarily going through today, what it's like traveling as an NFL player?
Yeah, traveling is always fun. I feel like those are probably some of my favorite games of traveling. You wake up the day before, usually early. Luckily Arizona's not too far, so you don't have to wake up that early. We all go to the facility, we park our cars, we get on the buses, head to, of course, the private airstrip. We don't have to go through much TSA. They might send a dog through us one time, but we get right on the plane.
And you go to DIA, right?
Yeah, we go to DIA on a side street though. We don't go through the regular airport.
Of course not.
So we do all that, and then we take off. Most of the guys sleep. Try to get some extra sleep. For a lot of guys, you finally get a break from kids and family. Like you're like, I need to take a nap. And then we land. The best part about traveling is that you get to go to your favorite restaurants in different cities. So, if you're ever in another city before a game and you want to see some players, you hit up Roost Chris or Shanahan's or like any of those nice steakhouses. You're definitely going to see some players from another team in there. And speaking of Arizona, my favorite spot was Lolo's. It's a chicken and waffle spot. And we would always go there the 4th preseason game, and I never played. So I would eat as much as I wanted. And some guys would tag along that had to play. And then you go out there, you see them miss the tackle. Like, you shouldn't have had that Lolo's. I tried to tell you, don't eat those chicken and waffles. But it's so dang good. I think that's the best part of traveling is just eating before, meals that night in another city.
Yeah, and the eating on the flight is unreal. I've seen some menus where there's pretty much a pre-flight meal, then like a pre-flight meal, then of course snacks come around, then there's a in-flight meal, and then there's an ice cream or desserts, and then all the snacks in the world.
Yeah, it's really unlimited. Like when you get there, there's already Chick-fil-A in your seat, ready and waiting for you. Then the plane takes off, and of course they're gonna have steak or salmon. And full meals and really good food. It's not normal travel like airplane food. It's phenomenal food. And then after that, I think it's snacks, which are like chips and beef jerky sticks, things like that. And then after that, you get the candy. So you get M&Ms, Kit Kats, all that good stuff is coming down the aisle. And then the finale, of course, is the ice cream. And then after ice cream, there's cookies. And the cookies are hot. Like they just came out the oven. They're fresh. They have chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, It's top notch all the way around. It's a good time.
You didn't eat the oatmeal raisin, did you?
Well, I didn't eat cookies until after on the way back. That was my one thing. I was like, I gotta stay ready to play, and then on the way back, I'll take 3 or 4.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Is what I brought up, I think yesterday, about just some teams, pretty much every team. This isn't just about the Broncos, just serving guys any type of food, and I'm sure you, Vaughn, a lot of other guys were like, no, I'm going to pass up on the fried food for right now. I'll go with the salmon or the lean steak or something. But just giving so much candy available before a game, it's that just blows my mind.
Yeah, I feel like they should take it away because the old linemen are not no, I'm not having that. They're diving in with 2 hands, grabbing, putting it in their backpack so they can eat it when they get to the hotel. It's hard to say no, and I know my big boys are definitely not saying no to any sweets.
Now, is it any different coming back? Are there extra things? I know there used to be some beer on the flights.
In the good old days, back in the day.
That was before your time, right? A little bit?
I don't know. I think those first years, I don't remember. The timing was right around close to the same time.
Yeah. But so they feed you just as well? Any extra special things if you win as opposed to losing? Because I think I heard last year, I don't remember the exact detail, but with Nathaniel Hackett, it was something if the team lost coming home, they wouldn't get the ice cream. And I don't remember if it was ice cream or some dessert, but it was something like that. And I just got to tell you, players were like, this is freaking ridiculous.
That's how you motivate second graders.
Exactly.
If you do well, you get your ice cream.
Party.
Yeah, no ice cream for you. No poor behavior.
No, we didn't have any of that, but I will say that we usually not ride on this really nice plane with a lot of space for everybody. Everybody gets a seat in between them, and it's really nice. And then one year, we weren't having a good year, probably my last full year with the Broncos. They bring us the tiniest plane, and we all like just chucked it up like, oh, you guys are losing. Like, you're not getting the big plane anymore. You guys are sitting like scrunched up in seats.
Yeah.
We had enough of paying for the big plane.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't think that's happening with a family that is worth between $40 and $70 billion.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the Broncos need to pretty soon get on the New England Patriots plan. You see what the Patriots do to travel?
No, what do?
They have their own planes.
That's it.
The Crafts bought their own planes. I think there's 2 of them, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they're decked out, says New England Patriots on them. It's not like a Delta plane or a United plane that they rent out. And it has all the Super Bowl trophies on them. And those are the Patriots planes. The Waltons need to do that.
Yep.
I mean, it's a couple $100 million. That's a
They
lot.
probably don't even need to buy one. Just loan the Broncos one they already have. You know, I'm sure they have a private jet and plane
That's for
sitting
sure.
around somewhere.
Yep. And I heard another thing that they did last year, and I don't think this was Hackett. I think this was the ownership, was they made it so every single player had their own like first class seat.
Yep.
And so it wasn't the small planes anymore.
No, that's what I feel like the great organizations do. For a long time, the Broncos, the players sat in the back, and then ownership and like GM sat in the front. But if you talk to your friends on other teams, most of the players sit in first class. So we always felt a little slighted, but I'm glad they turned things around because your players need to be comfortable, man. I mean, we got to be able to kick our feet up. We got a long day ahead of us the next day, so you got to be comfortable.
I mean, the owners, the GMs, the administration, they're not the ones putting their body literally on the line the next day. So I totally agree. You got to take care of them.
Yes, definitely.
And then the last thing, did you always have a police escort?
Yeah, 100%. When we were going to the plane to take off from here, and then also when we landed, there wasn't much we did without a police escort.
Man, Henry, you ever had a police escort?
I
When
don't
you're like
think
not
so.
in the back of the car?
Oh, we won the speech and debate championship.
No
Big
way.
time.
Rode on a fire truck. I'm not sure if there were police also. I think
rode
that's as
on
close
a
as I
fire
got.
truck for
Winning the
speech and
Oh yeah,
debate.
it was like I think we won like
Wow.
6, 7, and 8 in a row.
Wow.
For Columbia Falls. Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't
Damn, that's
actually
impressive.
contribute. I just had friends. it was a way to get out of
Oh,
school.
so like the whole school got to ride on them.
No, it's not the whole school. It was like I don't know, it was like 20 of us. There were
Wow.
like 200 people in my graduating class.
Damn.
You're big
Yeah.
time. Just say
Yeah.
Oh
that,
yeah,
man. You don't have to
I was
hide
big
it, you know what
time.
I'm saying?
I was big time. I took like 3rd in divisionals.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
Is that the same number of times you've rode on a fire truck?
Once?
Once, yeah.
Yeah, I think you got me tied.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, I
Wow.
think so.
You both
Yeah.
got me beat by one. So I wasn't kidding. The great Henry Chisholm, the great Todd Davis
Wow.
joining me on the pod today.